We have kind of the anniversary and the look back on the tornadoes.
Absolutely.
This coming weekend.
Absolutely. And more of the deadly tornadoes that slammed northwestern PA with its 40th anniversary. This morning, we continue that series on the Wheatland community in Mercer County. Meteorologist Craig Flint has the latest.
Yeah, so severe weather occurrences become more common in the spring, especially in the month of May, especially in the Great Plains, but it can also occur locally, including tornadoes. However, tornadoes are rare. EF5 tornadoes, extremely rare, even in Tornado Alley. It was May 1985, 40 years ago, when a rare F5 tornado touched down in western Pennsylvania. I revisited the Mercer County F5 tornado. To date, it stands as the one and only F5 to ever strike the Commonwealth. We are in Wheatland, Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half south of Erie. This site, the former Sawhill Tube site, is the site of the one and only F5 tornado to ever hit the state of Pennsylvania.
It's really interesting that, from where we sit right now, just east a little ways into Mercer County is the furthest east an F5 has ever made it in the United States. And that's how rare that was.
Paul Wetzel is now the chief meteorologist at our sister station WKBN-TV in Youngstown, Ohio. He was 10 years old on May 31st, 1985, when the tornado came through, and he recently sat down with me to recall that fateful Friday 40 years ago.
What I remember from that is I can remember being outside in the yard watching the wind blow the trees, and our trees were just rolling over. And at the same time, I can remember looking north, and obviously the wind was blowing on us, seeing the green, that dark emerald green, and that basically, now I know, was hail, in the front core of that, but then it went dark as night. And that was, of course, the debris from the tornado and everything else involved with that storm.
For tornado genesis, everything has to come together perfectly at the exact same time, which makes tornado formation very difficult.
It's actually amazing that tornadoes even form. For everything that has to come together, for especially big tornadoes. Yeah. We get these quick little spin-ups all the time, and we all know about those. We get those more often around here. To get that whole tornado process of the big ones, a lot of stuff has to come together, as we know.
Everything did come together at the right time on that Friday as the tornado touched down just to the west of Newton Falls, Ohio, rapidly intensifying in both size and scope. The tornado was a quarter-mile wide as it engulfed Newton Falls. The path of destruction continued through Niles, Ohio, and onto Hubbard, Ohio, near the Pennsylvania state line, where a 10-year-old Paul Wetzel was watching.
So, as a 10-year-old, we gathered in the car to go. Back then, you're taking pictures. It's newspaper. So we went to see the damage. So I saw the direct aftermath of that as it was unfolding that afternoon. That traumatized me. I mean, it really did. And I think that really put that drive of fear of severe weather in me.
As we continue to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the May 1985 tornado outbreak, we go back to the Mercer County F5 tornado. Many residents were left picking up the pieces after that extremely rare tornado, and unfortunately, it was a deadly storm. However, one individual stands out. Here's Craig Flint with the part 2 of the Mercer County F5 tornado.
The tornado was a quarter-mile wide as it engulfed Newton Falls. The path of destruction continued through Niles, Ohio, and onto Hubbard, Ohio, near the Pennsylvania state line. The tornado then crossed into Pennsylvania, ripping through Wheatland and continuing east into Mercer County before dissipating just west of I-79. All told, the tornado was on the ground for over an hour, traveled 50 miles, and unfortunately killed 18 people. David Costkas is one of the lives lost 40 years ago. His story is one of heroism and self-sacrifice. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. And he didn't necessarily know these children, right?
So Dave Costkas lived here in Farrell, close to where this monument is. He was a volunteer coach for the Little League. Farrell and Wheatland share a Little League team at the time. There's ball fields down in Wheatland where the tornado went through. He was there the day the tornado went, and he saved the lives of 2 children. He covered them with his body so that they would not be injured by the tornado. Unfortunately, he lost his life in that process. So he willingly made that sacrifice so that those two young people could live. They're still around. They may not live in the local community. They were interviewed about 10 years ago. But this monument was erected here as a testament to his courage and his self-sacrifice and giving up his own life to save the lives of two young people.
While David Costkas sacrificed his life, his story serves as a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is a light. And for those two young children whose lives were spared 40 years ago, David's story is the light. And life goes on in Newton Falls, Niles, and Wheatland, Pennsylvania. But the tornado has left an everlasting mark in the minds of those who survived the one and only F5 tornado in the state of Pennsylvania.
It's definitely a benchmark event for us here. I mean, it's the one we talk about. It's the blizzard of '93 or 1950. You know what I mean? It's the tornado of '85, and everyone.
That was meteorologist Craig Flint reporting.